People don't need to be saved or rescued. They need knowledge of their own power and how to access it. This is where science and spirituality meet.
Join us as we deep dive into topics and share tools to empower yourself along your soul's journey.
Hi, everyone. Very excited to do this episode with Miss Wendy. It's called You Are a Powerful Being. Feel, heal, and transmute. And keeping it in perspective, I'll jump right to what do we mean about that? Being a powerful being means a couple different things, as you reiterate through the podcast, but it means standing into your power. You embody yourself, you proclaim it, you own it, and you step the bleep up. We're just going to say that right out of the gate. Feel, heal, transmute. That's not a one and done. Say a little bit about that, Wendy.
Sometimes things keep popping up, these same things. We think we're over them. Here they are again. And the whole point is to heal these things and then transmute that energy so it's not holding us back. In order to do that, we have to feel it. Mm-hmm. And that's okay, whatever comes up with that. But we are in a rapid healing time. So it's much easier to heal things than it was, say, 20, 30, 40 years ago. Just the overall energetic theme was just a lower, denser energy. Now it being just in rapid healing, it's a great opportunity when these things come up. Gosh, why is this triggering me? Why is this coming up? To honor that, feel it, shift a perspective on it. Let's take a look at why this is and break it down in whatever that situation is, and then let's transmute it.
I like what you say, see the lesson and transmute. There are these, if we really take a look at what's going on, or these common themes that pop up and show us, they're all there for our healing. That rapid healing, I always say time and space can collapse. And you're talking about we're in a new time now, and there's not that heavy, dense energy. So we can say, you know what, I want to be done with this.
Yeah. We as a collective, just in humanity as a whole, it's a rapid time of shifting energies. And that's why stuff seems so crazy, because stuff is shifting and it is changing, and we're all feeling that on different levels. It's a much bigger perspective, but taking it back to us and how we're powerful beings, our energies play with all of this bigger collective type of energy.
If you can stay in the flow and see everything as perspective, I think for us, for me, for you, for everyone, we hope that you'll be able to, it will prepare you better how to deal with change, because change is going to happen and old themes are going to happen. So how can you be prepared for that?
Yeah, we only operate off of 10% of our brain, 10% of our DNA, and all of this stuff is activating and upgrading. And we are, as humans, extremely powerful beings. It's understanding that and understanding how powerful we really are. We base this podcast on self-empowerment. Let's remember how to empower ourselves and not allow these things to stifle our energy and hold us back from that empowering state.
And I was thinking how you talk about the collective shifts. We're all going through same things. We're all mirrors of one another when we come together, when we meet someone randomly, or we become friends with someone. We are these mirrors for each other. So these common themes that I might share or might be ruminating in my life, somebody else close to me, somebody else may be dealing with these things. It might have another face to it, but it's a common theme. So we have more commonality than not. And to share that as a community, to be there for each other, support each other, get a different perspective, that can help move you out of the negative side that isn't working.
Yeah, just knowing that we're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
That we are not alone, just adds a comfort layer to it. With these shifts come what we call ascension symptoms. You may go through extreme times of fatigue or headaches or certain health issues. It just depends on your personal journey.
Mhm.
These things pop up and they are a common theme that we're experiencing. You may think, God, what the heck is wrong with me?
Right.
That we're not alone. It's a much bigger shift that's going on, and it's a global shift. Our
Right.
whole systems and how we operate and how we do things, and not to be too deep, but that is us. We are deep
No, you're
diving.
absolutely right.
So
Yeah.
just taking that time, that critical thinking, I think makes you that powerful being. Ask those questions. Why is this? Why is that? What is the meaning of this? Is that even
Critical
true?
thinking.
Fact check. Do your own research. All of these things make you a more powerful being. Is that right for me? Because what's right for you may not be right for me, vice versa. What is
Right.
right for me? What empowers me and what allows me to show up as a more powerful being? And how can I help others, whether that be your family, your kids, your parents, whoever? People
Right.
listening to this, what is it that's going to help empower you?
You talked about ascension pains. How did you say it?
Yeah,
Ascension
ascension
symptoms?
symptoms.
So one friend said to me the other day about the concept of retracing, right? So sometimes it's like this. Sometimes you'll have a physical symptom that keeps popping up or that just pops up out of the blue when you're trying to distract yourself from what you really need to deal with. And the mind wants to run the show, right? But when you have this retracing and it comes in a painful bodily symptom or a reoccurring thought, that's a way of cleansing out. That's a way of leveling up and that's one way of these ascension symptoms, but it gives you the opportunity for a grand healing. And this may have to be done in phases. And then you can cleanse. You have the opportunity to cleanse, dilute, and disintegrate a situation or a circumstance or a perception that's been with you for a lifetime.
Yeah.
It can take on a new shape.
Yeah, any type of energy work is great, and you can utilize different things. They're alchemist tools for shifting energy, whether that be acupuncture, Reiki, Qigong, the meditating, just meditating. And these are all things that shift the energy in your body, because when energy is stored in your body, it manifests into physical ailments.
Yeah.
Just dancing around, just putting on some music and dancing.
Right.
You
I was thinking, you're totally right. Keep it simple. Hiking, walking, dancing. Just get up and move and shift that paradigm, pivot for a minute. You can't be mad when you're dancing, right?
Yeah, it does. Or how we do our
We get ramped up for the show, you guys.
yeah, you gotta shift that energy. That's why,
Yeah.
working out, going for a run, it just, utilize whatever these tools are that work for you to shift that energy and let it out, let it come up, let it go through you. That's the easiest way to get it out of you, is just to let it go through, and then that we let it go. A
Be this open
process.
vessel, right? Be this
Yes.
open vessel and let it flow through you and be aware. Don't live in fear. Don't be like shackled in fear. Be aware of it. See what it is that's presenting itself to you. And if you need help with it, if it's just grasping you, reach out to a friend or an outlet. Like you said, get it out.
Yeah, get the whatever help it is that you would need, depending on what the situation is. There's different therapies. There is all kinds of support groups. Sometimes it just takes that, you know what, I'm ready, and the
Yeah.
help will show up. It's amazing how, when you
Yeah.
are at that moment of I'm ready, how things just naturally appear and present themselves at the
Mhm.
most opportune times.
Right. They're gifts. If we're open and we're in the flow, those gifts say, "Hey, did you ask for something? I'm right here." So I think that's all about being wiser, being more in tune, being more in sync. And we always have to hit on the negative sides too. So I'll just touch on a couple of them, but some of the negative sides of this could be distraction, not giving ourselves access and time for ourselves. And that can look like busying ourselves or being over concerned with another's affairs or giving others access, that those people that don't serve us well, or situations that don't serve us well, or just flat out giving our power away. Those can be the pieces that can just cause your wheels to spin, right?
Yeah, it's like not wanting to look at that elephant in the room.
Right.
So we busy
Perfect.
ourselves with work and this and that, yet that elephant's still in the room.
Yeah. You're right. That's it. Perfectly said. So I hope, I always like analogies. So I hope that helps you guys. I'll have to show you this thing and maybe we could put it as an attachment to the podcast. It's an infographic of parts of an elephant in the room. And it's all about denial, distraction, all of that. It's really cool. Yeah. So self-care, I think, is what we're talking about when you step into being a powerful being. And that starts with building the foundation of ourselves, owning our power, and making healthier choices and decisions.
Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Yes.
And there you have it, guys. That's us for this episode. And we just love sharing these with you. And if there's any topics that you're interested in, put them in the comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Or if you have a thought, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, you are all bad, bleep, powerful beings.
Yes.
All right, guys, stay tuned for another episode of Deep Dive Soul Talk. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.